wish to ask a question, please raise your hand and the mic will be delivered to you. And before you do ask the question, please state your name and affiliation. Thank you very much. The floor is now open. Go ahead, please.
Robert Littell, Black Sports Online. You spoke yesterday about going immediately home and getting the treatment, and because it was a physically and emotionally stressful game for you. How are you feeling right now, and do you feel like the quick turnaround is an advantage for you to get back on the court, or kind of a disadvantage because you need a little more rest?
Before I answer your question, I just want to send my condolences out to Ty Harris and his family. Someone that meant a lot to our league, and I worked with him for so many years, and that's very sad and dramatic. What happened, and get an opportunity to know his wife and his son and his daughter, seeing them all for the last few years. Every time we played Brooklyn, I seen them in the tunnel taking pictures with their family, and just always been kind to me. And when I heard the news, because I haven't been on social media for quite a while now, I didn't even know it happened until, when we did the silent moment of silence yesterday before the game, and that was lets you know that this game is unbelievable, but there's also things much bigger than that. My prayers for my family sent up to his family. To answer your question. I've been around the clock, getting my body ready for tomorrow, getting my mind ready once again. And is it an advantage? I don't know if it's an advantage, after this series, after this postseason, after how many, minutes and games I've played in. But, I'll be ready to go tomorrow once the game get here.
Hey, just one quick follow-up. Obviously, you guys played a lot better in Game 3. Now that you had a little bit of time, what did you see out there on the court that is working for you guys, and that you think you could bring and carry over to Game 4 to make sure you can complete out and get that game?
Well, I feel like if we come in with the same energy, same effort, physicality, as we did in Game 3, we give ourselves a good chance to win. Now, does that result in a win? It's to see, because we played well in Game 3 and they was able to get that one as well. So, it's just about us playing the same way, being a little bit better down the stretch, obviously. But like I said last night, we had I just watched the film. We had some pretty good looks that just didn't go down, and they had some looks that went down for them. So, obviously we know it's a big challenge, but, we look forward to the matchup again.
Brian, middle in the back.
Brian Mahoney, Associated Press. LeBron, having changed teams a couple times and knowing, how hard it can be, how long it can take for it all to come together, can you appreciate for Kevin maybe how fortunate maybe he is that it looks like he found a situation for him where it just blends perfectly right, and maybe it can be quicker, he can find that fulfillment easier? Well,
first of all, with all the success that he's gotten throughout his career, I've always been proud of him and always excited to see him grow as a player. I don't think that our careers are the same as far as changing teams. Their team was already kind of put together, and you just implement a guy that's ready to sacrifice, a great talent, a guy that's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win. But that team, they knew what they were about. And he just had to come in and just do what he had to do, and that's what he's been doing. For me, when I left here to go to Miami, we had to build something. We brought in, 8 or 9 guys, and we had to build something. And when I came back here, we built something again. But I can definitely appreciate the simple fact of him either reshaping his game or just sacrificing maybe some shots here, sacrificing having the ball in his hands, all the time. But it works for their team, and who wouldn't want to sacrifice playing on a Golden State team or a San Antonio team or a Cleveland team when the ultimate result can actually compete for a championship?
Joe on the left side.
Joe Varden, Cleveland.com. LeBron, we know that you don't put too much importance on almost any one game, outside of a Game 7, obviously. But with getting one tomorrow, how important would that be for you, whether it be to stop history, to avoid a sweep, whatever the case?
Well, my mindset is to try to get every game. And tomorrow is another important opportunity for us and for myself, obviously, to continue the series. You know, it's been a long season, and you hate for it to end this way. So, you know, I mentally and physically got to prepare myself for that.
Michael, right next to him. Joe.
Michael Grange from Sportsnet in Toronto. LeBron, you touched on this a little bit last night, but, you know, even before this series, you were kind of knew this was going to be a tough one. Having played these guys now 3 games, is the challenge, is it different than you anticipated? What have you learned about the Golden State?
Well, you knew they was resilient. For one, I watched a lot of film on them, and I knew it's going to be one of the toughest challenges I've had. You know, just because of the firepower they had, because of the mindset that they was going to have, and they're a hungry group, and you can sense that. And you've seen that throughout the postseason. You've seen it for the first 3 games of the finals, and you know, they have so much talent. You know, a ton of talent. So, and they work well together. You know, it's not one guy on that team that's selfishly looking for himself and not, you know, for the team. And when you combine talent, you can combine unselfishness, and then you can combine guys that play hard. That's going to result in some really good things. And you know, and I sense that from not only watching the film before the series started, and also, you know, now playing the series.
Thank you.
Let's go to Chris in the middle row 3.
Chris Haynes, ESPN. Bron, after watching film now, that possession where after KD hit the 3, were you comfortable with that? Is that what you guys were looking for? It seemed like a lot of time was wasted in that possession.
Well, after KD hit the 3, I think that's when Kyrie missed the jumper, right? You know, Kyrie had it going, you know, as far as the one-on-one matchup, you know, and he's an exceptional one-on-one player, and we take it. We take it. You know, he was pretty down about the shot attempt that he got, but listen, like I said, it's a miss or make league, and he left everything on the floor. He did everything he could, and obviously, when you miss the shot, you're always going to say, well, you know, we could have got a better possession, you know, and but, you know, we live with that. We live with our star point guard taking a shot that he's capable of making. He just missed it, and that was the result of it.
Dave on the left side, row 4.
David Grenneman, ESPN. LeBron, the plus-minus numbers last night with you on the court versus off the court were reflective of some of the numbers we saw throughout the regular season, and also reflective of the team's record when you know, playing a game or versus not playing a game. Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals, you know, you missed some time, and the Cavs were able to stem the tide. What can be done moving forward to empower this team to be able to, you know, perform at a consistent level when you're taking a break or from a game or from a you know, a brief rest in a game?
I don't know. I don't know the question, the answer to that, Dave, right now. You know, obviously, you know, I hate the fact that, you know, we're not able to, you know, just try to keep the leads, and if I come out the game, or not even keep the leads, just sustain it, you know, and I hate it for my teammates. I hate it for myself. I mean, I hate it for everybody that's involved. And, you know, last night it was another one of those instances. You know, I came out with 143, I believe, in the first quarter. We up 30, I think it was up 31-29, and then, you know, they went on a quick 10-0 run. You know, it's 39, 31, well, 32 after they reviewed the 3 that added another point. And, you know, and against a team like this, those type of runs you can't afford. And like you're saying, throughout the course of the regular season or throughout the course of the postseason, you know, we just got to find better ways to, you know, as a collective unit, having the right pieces out on the floor, or the guys that's on the floor, they have to do their job and try to do it at a higher level, no matter who's out on the floor, you know. And you know, so something we have to figure out.